Yesterday, we have started with explanation of what is a solute and what is a solvent. We have started with that. Solutions, why it is very important is, if you want to be a scientist, if you want to be an industrialist, or if you want to be a pharmacist, or if you want to be a doctor, or if you want to be a great engineer, whatever you want to be, without solutions, your life is miserable. Without understanding what is the essence of solutions, your life is miserable. Yesterday I was able to explain you also one of the factor. Even if you become a district collector, if there is a pollution control board report coming to you, you cannot understand the pollution control board. But I was able to explain you one factor very clear, which is solvent and which is solute. I was able to tell you we are going to handle only binary solutions, which is having one solute and one solvent. Solvent is normally known to be the bigger component in a solution or the larger component in a solution, and solute is a comparatively lesser component in the particular solution. If you have more than one solute, it is called as, it can be called as quaternary or ternary, depending upon the number of solutes. But you will tell quaternary with including the solvent as the component as well. Okay, you will be calling ternary because two solutes and one solvent, which is three components. Three components means ternary. Quaternary means three solutes and one solvent, which is quaternary. Penta, hexa, septa will go. But NCERT has given very clear notation that we will be dealing with only binary solutions. So, binary solutions means, I told you very clear yesterday, whatever one of the points, famous one marker, whatever the phase, the solution is, you can easily call the solvent is also in the same phase. Whatever the, I will tell you the reverse way. Whatever the phase the solvent is, the phase, it is going to be the solution. Whatever be the state, I am giving the another way. Whatever be the state of the solvent, you can 100% tell that is the same state of the solution. So, if you have a gaseous solution, what is the solvent there? What state? Gas. Gas. If you have a gaseous solution, what is the solvent there? Gas. If you have a liquid solution, what is that solvent? Liquid. State of the solvent is liquid. State of the solvent or phase of the solvent is liquid. You have solid solution, brass, bronze, whatever it is. Like, if you have like that, German silver, what is going to be the state of the solvent? Solid. Phase of the solvent? Solid. You saw that NCERT diagram yesterday. You saw this? So, only thing we learned from this yesterday is, only point what we learned is, okay, whatever be the state of the solvent, you will have the solution the same. Except this point, nothing is important in this. That is what we were able to understand yesterday. Point number one, over this table, it will come automatically. One more thing we were able to understand is, sir, what is the composition of a particular mixture and what is the concentration of that particular mixture components. Components of the mixture are nothing but solutes. Components of the mixture are nothing but solutes. The solutes in what parts, what level, what percentage they are mixed in that mixture is what you call it as concentration. Concentration we studied yesterday, we tried to study yesterday various concentrations, but I will go very fast within 5 minutes and then we will go to the mole fraction immediately. Are you able to understand? So I was able to explain you intravenous injections, and also with the volume by volume, and also I was able to explain you with parts per million, like 1 part per million with fluoride concentration. So after that, what we did is, solvent determines the physical state, understood, famous one marker, we studied. And we are going to study only binary solutions, understood. We are good. This is going to determine this, understood, over. And we have understood this. This is one solute, this is two solutes, this is three solutes, plus solvent, plus solvent, plus solvent, over, understood, we understood. And so when you are comparing with concentration of the solutions, I told you two things. You can talk about concentration in two levels. One is quantitative and second is qualitative. Qualitative means it is diluted, highly concentrated, medium concentrated, but you don't know the level. You don't know the seriousness. Yesterday I was able to explain you about the cleaning acid. If it is too much concentrated, the person may become suffocated and die also when cleaning. So you should mix it at a lesser percentage of volume. In the same way, alcohol must be around maximum 40%. If it is around 70%, 80% volume mixed with the water, what happens is your whole esophagus will burn away. Can you understand? It is directly equal to spirit. Are you able to understand? So percentage of volume is very important, percentage of concentration is very important. So we need quantitative description to make sure you assign the task and the task is done. In an industry, they will find a formula, and in a pharmacy, they will find a formula. In a pharmaceutical industry, they will find a formula, and they will mix all the solutes in particular fractions. What? In particular fractions, in small amounts, such that that final product will not have chemical reaction. Final product will not have any chemical reaction amongst those solutes, and that is physically solid, and also physically solid means what? It is stable, and also it is chemically non-reactive. So that tablet you can take it 100% without any third thought. Can you understand? So what I am trying to tell here is quantitative. If you turn the back side, it will be 10 mg. 10 mg. Can you understand? This 10 mg, that breakup of all the medicines inside the tablet is clearly specified at the back. Am I right? What is that? Quantitative calculation. Qualitative, you cannot believe the product. You cannot delegate the product. Delegate na இன்னொருத்தனுக்கு அந்த வேலை கொடுத்து அந்த வேலையை பண்ண வைக்க முடியாது. நீ தான் செய்யணும். So if you have the correct formula, concentration, everything, quantitative is going to help. We are going to do quantitative way of concentrations. Okay, and I am going, first thing I taught you this mass percentage by percentage volume. What did I learn? So what is the example? Glucose 10 grams mass. I have assumed it as 100 grams of the solution. Reason? Because I have percentage 100. Assumption. Even if you take 10,000, it is going to be nothing. Finally it is going to be the percentage only. It doesn't matter. If you assume 1000 grams also, it doesn't matter. The value is going to come same. Understood? 10 grams. And what I am going to do here is 10 grams plus 90 grams. What is this 90 grams? This is solute, this is solvent, this is solution. Any doubts you have? The same way, you put ml and liters, okay? Ml or liters, whatever you want to do. Solute plus solvent. What you will get? V by V. Alcohol. 40% means what? 40% means what? 40% is alcohol, 60% is water. So if you take 1 liter of alcohol, 400 ml will be solute, 600 ml will be solvent, 1000 ml will be 1000 ml will be 1000 ml will be solution. Clear? And I was able to explain you yesterday ethylene glycol, anti-freezing agent. Am I right? Anti-freezing agent. 35% ethylene glycol can reduce the freezing point of the liquid, freezing point of the liquid to minus 17.6 degrees centigrade, which is approximately 18 degree, minus 18 degree. That means in Ladakh, if you drive a vehicle, the coolant ethylene glycol percentage, 35% solution will not freeze. If the coolant does not freeze, your engine runs efficiently. Otherwise, it gets burnt up. Are you able to understand? We have seen this we have calculated a problem of 20% ethylene glycol yesterday. Am I right? We have calculated. Don't worry, we will see that in a 1 minute. This one is mass by volume. It is used in pharmacy. Mass by volume in your ointments, in your IV injections and everywhere. You can use that. Mass will be solute and totally volume will be like mass plus solvent will be the solution. Are you able to understand? Mass by volume, parts per million. Sir, tell me one clear example where I can understand, sir. Sir, mass by mass into 100 போட்டோம்ல, weight போட்டோம்ல, grams by grams into 100. So this grams is gone, finally you will get in percentage. Am I right? Same thing, mass by mass, grams into 10 power 6. Nothing is going to change. 100 percentage la adu 40%. Parts per million la idu ethana gram? That means 3 grams of sodium hydroxide. 3 grams of sodium hydroxide in 10 power 6 solution. 3 grams of sodium hydroxide in 10 power 6 grams of solution. How do you write this? Please tell me. 3 gram 10 power 6 grams solution la எப்படி represent பண்ணுவீங்க? mass by mass la 3 by solution ma 10 power 6, solution 10 power 6, solvent இல்ல, solventனா நீங்க பிரிக்கலாம். நீங்க அதுக்கு தான் புக்கை யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. நோட் புக்குன்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும், அது புதையல்லேருந்து என்ன பண்ணணும், வெளியெடுக்கணும். 3 grams of solute, some solute in 10 power 6 grams of solution. mass by massல போட்டு காட்டுங்கன்ற. You did not understand the problem. நான் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளமே சொல்லலை, இது ஒரு சாதாரணமாக சொன்ன ஒரு லைன், சிம்பிள் லைன் to make you understand what is ppm. 3 grams of solute, it can be anything, any nonsense. Can you understand? NaCl, NaOH in 10 power 6 grams of solution. Put it in mass by mass. 3 by 10 power 6 into 10 power 6. ஏன் 10 power 6 கீழே 3 plus 10 power 6 ஏன் இல்லை? Why not? It is the whole solution. It contains both solvent and solute. So 10 power 6 10 power 6 cancel ஆகி என்ன வரும்? 3 grams. So 3 grams வந்து parts per millionல 3 grams என்ன இருக்கு? அந்த solute இருக்கு. Percentage போடும்போது என்ன பண்ணீங்க? 10 grams of solute divided by 100 into 100. You did 100 என்னாச்சு? cancel ஆகி 10 என்னாச்சு? 10 gram என்னாச்சு? percentage ஆச்சு. கரெக்டா? இப்போ என்ன ஆகுது? 3 என்னாச்சு? 10 power 6 போட்டதால ppm ஆச்சு. Case study number 1. mass by mass, grams into 100. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ethylene glycol யூஸ் பண்ணீங்களா? ethylene glycol யூஸ் பண்ணீங்க. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணோம்? 10 grams of glucose in solution. correct? 10 grams. எவ்வளோ கிராம்ஸ்ல? நம்ம we assumed it to be 100 grams of solution. Am I right? We multiplied by 100 because to tell glucose percentage. Am I right? These both are cancelled and these grams will be converted into 10% of solution. Over. Clear? Clear? This includes what? Solute plus solvent. I am coming to, this is mass by mass. Am I right? I am coming here. I am coming here. Volume by volume. Ethylene glycol, what did we do? 35 எவ்வளோ ml ml அங்க என்ன கொடுத்துருக்கான் எவ்வளோ லிட்டர்ல 100 ml அசம்ஷன் கரெக்டா 35 100 ml கரெக்டா அப்பட இது என்னவா இருக்கும் ml தானே அதுவும் ml தானே அப்போ இன்டு 100 இது என்னாச்சு கேன்சல் ஆச்சு கரெக்டா இது என்னாச்சு 35% கரெக்டா கரெக்டா அப்படியே வரீங்க ppm அப்படியே ppm parts per million என்ன பண்றேன் அதே 3 grams எடுத்துக்கோங்க இல்லனா இது ஏதாவது எடுத்துக்கோங்க இதுவே எடுத்துக்கோங்க எது 10 grams 10 grams எடுத்துக்கோங்க 10 grams divided by என்னம்மா எவ்வளவு வரும் 10 power 6 into 10 power 6 என்ன ஆகுது cancel ஆகி 10 ppm. ppm can be represented in mass by mass, mass by volume, volume by volume. Are you able to understand? No doubt in this. No doubt in this. Clear. Clear. இங்க கீழ என்ன நடந்திருக்கு? What is written inside? இங்க கீழ என்ன போட்டிருக்கு? எது solute, எது solvent, எது solution. What is given in the year? Concentration in parts per million can also be expressed in mass to mass, volume to volume, mass to volume. A liter of seawater which is 1030 grams, how much it is? 6 into 10 power grams of dissolved oxygen. What is the solute? What is the solute? Oxygen. What is the solution? Seawater solution. Can you understand? Seawater solution. So seawater solution is like such a small concentration is 5.8 10 power 6 grams of seawater. Am I right? The concentration of pollutants in water into atmosphere is often expressed as ppm. So if you want to represent this in mass by mass or volume by volume or mass by volume, how do you do this? Use the book. Use the book. Understand what is solute, understand what is solvent, understand what is solution. Use the book. What is the problem with physical chemistry is, I was telling her before the class, problem with the physical chemistry is if you don't put your pen on the paper, you will fail terribly. But if you put the pen on the paper, you will pass again terribly. Pass வந்து terrific ஆவீங்க. ஆனா பெண்ணை பேப்பர் மேல வைக்கல அப்படின்னா physical chemistryல gone. Because it is all computations, graphical representations, interpretations. Interpretation can be done only if you put the pen on the paper. Mass by mass. What is the solute mass? 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams. This is the mass of the solute. Solute. And what is the denominator? 10 power 6. And what is happening here? This is mass of the solute. What is the mass of the solution? What is the mass of the solution? 6 into 10 power minus 3 plus 1000 plus 1000. Why did you put like this? 1030 grams is the mass of the seawater solvent, which is solvent. What is the solute? Oxygen. Water la, seawater la, oxygen வந்து dissolve ஆயிருக்கு. Seawater la, oxygen வந்து dissolve ஆயிருக்கு. Dissolve ஆன ஆக்சிஜன் ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்குமா வாட்டர் கம்மியா இருக்குமா ஆக்சிஜன் கம்மியா இருக்கும் ஆக்சிஜனோட மாஸ் என்ன 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams கரெக்டா இப்போ சொல்யூஷன் வேணும் உங்களுக்கு solute plus solvent போட்டா என்ன வரும் சொல்யூஷன் வரும் solute மாஸ் என்ன 10 power minus 3 grams solvent மாஸ் என்ன 1030 grams. Usually sea water இல்லாம நம்மளோட வாட்டர் யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 1000 grams வரும் 1 liter is 1000 grams. Perfect. Oil la vary agum, sea water la vary agum. Enna density மாறுது. புரியுதுங்களா? So if you take typical water, what we drink, it is going to be 1000 grams only. But mass of the water is in sea water is going to be how much? 1030. Why I am adding 1030 with 6 into 10 power minus 3 to get what? Total mass of the solution. Did you calculate the whole number? And what you will do? Into 10 to the power 6. What do you get? Subhash, what do you get? 5.8 ppm. If you don't understand mole fraction, there is no vapor pressure, there is no Raoult's law, there is no Henry law, there is no ideal solution, there is no non-ideal solution, there is no lowering of the vaporing pressure, which is a colligative property. Total damage. Osmotic pressure கூட இருக்காது. எது மேல டிபெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு? மோல் ஃபிராக்ஷன் மேல டிபெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. இந்த சாப்டர் மொலாரிட்டியை விட எதுல டிபெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு? மோல் ஃபிராக்ஷன் மேல நிக்குது. அதுக்கு மேலதான் இந்த சொல்யூஷன் சாப்டர் நிக்குது. நேத்து நான் சர்ப்ரைஸ் ஆனேன். யாரோ சொன்னீங்க மோல் ஃபிராக்ஷனே கன்ஃபியூஷனா இருந்தது சார். 2-3 பேர் சொன்னீங்க கிளாஸ்ல எடுக்கும்போது. அப்பனா அவங்க மோல் ஃபிராக்ஷனே if they don't take properly, then what is going to happen in the next few topics is going to be a disaster. Durgadarshini, understand? So எடுக்க வேண்டியது ppm மொலாரிட்டியோ இல்ல. ஏன்? அது some basic concepts of chemistry already first yearல எடுத்தாச்சு. இப்போ எடுக்க வேண்டியது கிளியரா என்னது? மோல் fraction. Applications of the mole fraction or usage of mole fraction concentration is very important in solving some myths like vapor pressure. Can you understand? Henry's law, based on it, Raoult's law, based on the Raoult's law, ideal solution, non-ideal solution, lowering of the vaporing pressure. Can you understand? And finally coming with the temperature dependency, pressure dependency and colligative properties. So everything is going to be linkage with mole fraction. Are you able to understand? So who did not understand this mole fraction? What is the thing that you are able to learn yesterday? Neth mole fraction na, what did I learn? I started with an example. I gave you an atmosphere containing all the gases, and I was able to explain you, in order to understand the percentage of concentration of one component of gas in that all gases, I will take mole fraction of that particular component only. Are you able to understand? So I took oxygen, and mole fraction of oxygen will be nothing but what it will be? Number of moles of that oxygen and total number of moles of all the gases components. Why I am calculating in mole? Because I want to bring everything to uniform unit. I want to bring every gas to uniform unit, because every gas will be having a different molecular weight. Are you able to understand? And everything will have a different reactive capacity. So I want to bring it to molar weight, molecule. So I have calculated this mole fraction by number of moles of the oxygen, how many moles of oxygen present in the atmosphere, divided by total number of all the gases present in the atmosphere, and you have to put that in moles. That includes this is a solute, this is a solute plus other solutes, which is totally gaseous solution, atmosphere is nothing but gaseous solution, which includes moles of oxygen, moles of nitrogen, moles of argon, moles of sulfur dioxide. But here we will take only moles of oxygen divided by moles of oxygen plus argon, nitrogen, oxygen. So this is going to be gaseous solution, and this is nothing but gas by gas, totally gas by gas. Oxygen dissolved in the atmosphere. Are you able to understand? Water vapor also will be there in the solution. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? So this point is point number 1. Mole fraction of oxygen is equal to number of moles of oxygen divided by number of moles of oxygen plus the other component, which can be a solvent, or which can be another solute also, which is combined. Are you able to understand? So this is nothing but a solution. So this will be a solvent, this is a solute, this is a solute, and this is a gaseous solution. So I have XA is equal to Na by Na plus Nb, and XB is equal to Na by Nb, Nb divided by Na plus Nb. So I have only XA and XB. If I combine XA plus XB, it will be 1. Because what is fraction? Half parts of oxygen, 1/4 of nitrogen, 1/4 of carbon dioxide, 1/8 of argon, 1/8 of water vapor. If you combine all these fractions, if you break it into one solution, what it is going to be? 1. Because if you take one component, solution component, if I take oxygen out of it, and it will be what? So if I take oxygen out of it, 1 minus that oxygen part. Am I right? So if you add all the components, what you will get? Unity. What I want you to do is take two solutes, and one solvent, and two solutes can be Na, Nb, and solvent can be Nc. I want to calculate XA, XB and Xc. XA, XB and Xc you calculate, and finally you add XA plus XB plus Xc and equate it to 1. I repeat it. Take two solutes, Na, Nb, number of solutes, number of moles of solute A, number of moles of solute B, and number of moles of solvent C, Nc, Na, Nb, Nc. So I want you to calculate XA, XB, Xc separately, and I want you to add finally, therefore, XA plus XB plus Xc, which is equal to Na by Na plus Neb plus Nc plus Nb by Na plus Nb plus Nc plus Nc by Na plus Nb plus Nc, which is equal to common denominator Na plus Neb plus Nc divided by Na plus Nb plus Nc, which is equal to 1. Proved. You will never ask this question ever again why it is unity. Same thing, same drama, number of moles of solute in edukumbodhu Na by Na plus Nb, Na by Na plus Nb, and what you will get? Moles of water, Nb by, where I am? Nb, clear? Nb is solvent, na? Nb by, why you are putting 18? Molecular weight, am I right? So, this is the formula, what I was talking about, moles, Na by Na plus Nb. This is the formula. These two are calculating the number of moles. This is useless exercise, you know that. I don't want to do that. This is nothing but mass of the solute divided by the molecular weight, molar weight. And remember, this is the mass of the solvent divided by molar weight. Okay, and here I found the moles of ethylene glycol and water solvent, and finally I came here. This is going to be Na, this is going to be Na, this is going to be Np, this is going to be Xa. Understood? Finally, what I am trying to do, I put all those values calculated here, and I found out XA. I know that XA plus XB is equal to 1. I know XA is 0.068. Am I right? 1 minus 0.068 is nothing but 0.932. I found one thing and I so if you convert into percentage, it will become volume by volume. What it is going to be? Volume by volume வைக்கணும்னா எப்படி பண்ணுவீங்க? இது 6.8%. This one is 93.2%. This is solvent and this is, you can go forward and backward any number of times within your concentration terms. Within your concentration terms. Ma, total time waste ma. This has nothing to do with this chapter. Prove me I used molarity and molality somewhere. இப்பதான் யூஸ் பண்ணீங்க. எங்க? மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன்ல யூஸ் பண்ணீங்களா? அங்க மொலாரிட்டியா மொலாலிட்டியா? மொலாலா மொலாரா? இர்ரா இல்லா? இர்ரு வந்தா என்ன வரும்? வால்யூம் வரும். இல்லு வந்தா மாஸ் கேஜி வரும். கரெக்டா? கரெக்டா? நம்ம அங்க என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணோம்? வால்யூமா? மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் என்னமா யூஸ் பண்ணோம்? இப்போ கிளிசரின் கிளைகால்ல வால்யூம் யூஸ் பண்ணோம். கரெக்டா? வால்யூம் யூஸ் பண்ணோம். ஏன்னா ரெண்டுமே லிக்விட். கரெக்டா? ரெண்டுமே எத்திலின் கிளைகால் இன் வாட்டர். am I right? எத்திலின் கிளைகால் யூஸ் பண்ணோம். ஆனா இதுக்கு அவ்வளவு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் இப்ப கொடுக்கணுமா? யாரு பெரிய ஆளு? மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் பெரிய ஆளு. இத நம்ம one of the components to find the mole fraction we are using. We are using molar and molar to understand the mole fraction component of the particular solution. Am I right? So who is more great? Who is greatest? யார் கெத்து? யாருமா கெத்து? மோலாரா மோலாலா? மூணாவது யாரு? மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷனா? யார் கெத்து? நீங்க இந்த சாப்டர் கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகுது. பிஃபோர் கம்ப்ளீட்டிங் சாப்டர் you will understand that mole fraction is everything. Mole fraction is everything, whatever the 12th standard solutions is about. Do you want me to explain this? Do you want me to explain this? That means you did not solve that problem. இப்போ போட்ட ப்ராப்ளம் வந்து நீங்க சால்வ் பண்ணலன்னு அர்த்தம். இது நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணேன்னா, molarity, moles of solute, which is nothing but total moles of solute, divided by volume of solution in liter. Volume of solution in liter. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? 1 லிட்டர்ல 0.25 மோல்னு போட்டா என்ன வருது? உங்களுக்கு மோல் பர் லிட்டர் வரும் 1 cubic decimeterல. What does it mean? I am not trying to test your knowledge. I am trying to make you understand better. Normally you understood molarity is nothing but moles of the solute, which can be, what is that? What is given? Moles of the solute 0.25 is the final moles of the has been dissolved in 1 liter. Am I right? 1 liter. How do you represent? How do you put? 10 power minus, it will become 0.25 into 10 power minus 3. This is how you will put, or how do you put? How do you put this problem in that solution? And what do you call that? 0.25 by 1. How? By 1 liter. You will be putting that in 0.25 moles divided by 1 liter. Am I right? So this will come to the top, and 0.25 mole L minus 1. You will not convert into 1000. You will not do that. Can you understand? Because the definition is what? Per liter. We have assumed what? Per liter. 0.25 ml mole in 1 liter only we assumed. Actually, what is the definition? Per liter only. Why to make complications? Are you able to understand? No complications. And we know that number of moles are nothing but number of particles divided by. So where I will use this is in colligative properties, where the nature of the particles matters. Nature of the liquid oda number of particles on the matters. Enga colligative properties. Remind me. Calculate this. Now it is 450 ml. 5 grams I have, now it is 450 ml. NaOH is approximately 39.999999. Sodium is 22.99999 plus oxygen is 16 plus H is 0.999999. What you will get? 39.999999. I approximated to what? 40. So 40 is the molar weight. 5 grams is the solute, mass of the solute. What I get? How many moles? Number of moles is 0.125 moles. So number of moles of NaOH, which is nothing but the solute, is 0.125. So finally I come here, 0.125 mole divided by 450 ml. What is that? Solution. 450 ml. If I have ml in the bottom, I have to convert into liters. So I multiply by 1000 and make both the ml equated, and finally I get the answer 0.278. Capital M. Small m is molality. This is molarity. This is capital M. That is small m. Please be careful. Any confusion? Any confusion? Understood? I want you to solve completely. Experience it completely. Because this is the last time you are looking at this slide. You will never solve molarity. Molarity is nothing but a single calculation in the big calculation. பெரிய calculationல one of the calculation தான் molarity பண்ண போறீங்க. Independent வாழ்க்கையிலேயே இதுதான் last time நீங்க பண்றது. Molality, which is capital M, small m. Small m. Mass of the solute divided by solvent in kg. என்ன வாழ்க்கையில மாறி போச்சு? 1000 கிராமா வருது, அங்க 1000 ml இருக்குது. அவ்வளவுதானே? வேற ஏதாவது வாழ்க்கையில மாறிடுச்சா? வேற ஏதாவது மாறிடுச்சா? வேற ஏதாவது மாறிடுச்சா? எதுவுமே மாறல. சரிங்களா? கீழ ஒரு மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும். இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். NCERT, where do you put stress is important. Where do you put stress is very important. Mass percentage, ppm, mole fraction, molality are independent of temperature. Famous one marker. NEET question இது. NEET, IIT, JEE, mains la kepan. VIT, all these examinations, this is the most important thing. These concentration terms are independent of temperature. What does it mean? It doesn't depend on temperature. Why is it so clear? And molarity, capital M, small m. Capital M is a function of temperature. So I come here. Mass percentage, ppm, and mole fraction, molality, all are not dependent on temperature. Which is the only component dependent on temperature? Molarity, which is dependent on temperature. Now see your equations. You will find a common pattern in this 4, which is unique from this pattern. What is that? You need to have volume to have a change in temperature, to have an impact on change in temperature. You need to have a gas in order to have a change in pressure. You need to have volume to have a dependency on temperature. You need to have gas component somewhere to have change in liquid in liquid. Solid in liquid has nothing to do with pressure, because they are all tightly packed materials. They are all, I'm slowly getting you into solubility and vapor pressure. ஸ்லோவா இன்டர்வெனஸ் இன்ஜெக்ஷன் என்டர் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் உங்களுக்கு. ஸ்லோவா என்ன கான்செப்டுக்குள்ள இறங்குறேன். This is the linking pin with vapor pressure and solubility. If you don't read these 3 lines very well, suddenly you will jump into the next paragraph. It is going to be a mystery treasure hunt. So, famous 1 marker, all are 1 markers. Mass percentage dependent on temperature? No. ppm dependent on temperature? No. Mole fraction dependent on temperature? No. Molality, which is small m, dependent on temperature? No. Capital M is dependent on temperature? Yes. What else is given there? What else? This is because volume depends on temperature and the mass. I want you to read these 3 lines 1 million times. 10 power 6 times. This is the base of your solution. Now, I want you to write this like this and also these lines in a 3-line format. First line will be, I want in book, because to remember, first line will be mass based concentrations, mass based concentration terms like mass percentage, ppm, mole fraction and small m, and small m does not depend upon temperature. Mass based concentration terms like mass percentage, ppm, I want you to write it, man, not to take notes. I just want you to feel this. Mass percentage concentration terms like ppm, mass percentage, small m, which is molality, mole fraction does not depend on temperature, while capital M depend upon temperature as it is volume based. Same statement, I have put it in a understandable format. Clarity? Do not see the solution, just see the question. What are you calculating? Small m or capital M? This is the last time you calculate molality in your life, I am telling you. Independently. Otherwise, this has nothing to do in solutions. Or one of the simple calculation, detailed NCERT is giving a big build up for small m. But tomorrow it is going to be used as a part of the single very big calculation. You will use this as a small calculation. 1 plus 1 2 போட்டுட்டு போவீங்களா ஒரு அடிஷன், அந்த மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க இதை. ஆனா இதுக்கு பயங்கரமான பில்டப் கொடுத்தது என்சிஆர்டில ஒரு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அரை பக்கம் கொடுத்து வச்சிருக்காங்க. அவ்வளோ பில்டப் மொலாலிட்டி இல்லை. அது 11th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சாப்டர் படிக்கும் போது இவ்வளோ பில்டப் கொடுத்தாலும் நான் ஒத்துப்பேன். 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ல தேவையில்லை. You don't require this much build-up. See, important terms, the 3 lines have been hidden somewhere. This useless example is given in half page. You did not understand. Varshita confused. Aditya confused. My objective is, you keep writing, you keep solving. My objective is to make you stress wherever it is required more. Not to stress on useless things. இது புரியல அப்படின்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கணும். மோலார் மாஸ், மோலார் வெயிட் எவ்வளோப்பா? 60 கிராம்ஸ். மோலார் மாஸ் ஆஃப் தி டோட்டல் சொல்யூஷன். கரெக்டா? டோட்டல் சொல்யூஷன். வாட் இஸ் த சொல்யூட்? Number of moles of ethanol is 2 point mass. And this is how many moles you got? 0.0417, which is Na for mole fraction. Can you understand? For mole fraction, which is going to be Na. That's it. And mass of benzene in kg. And how much why are you converting this? Because you need it in kg, they gave it in grams. Where do you get this 75 grams? 75 grams of benzene. Are you able to understand? 75 grams of benzene, which is a solvent. 2.5 grams of ethanoic acid is solute. Finally, solute and solvent are there. What is the solution? Solution will be, you made it into a kg. So 1 kg. 1 kg is the solution. You converted everything into kg. I converted this into kg and already I have it in mole. No issue. So moles of this into 1000 grams divided by 75 grams. Why I put this 1000 here? Because I have grams here. So finally how much I got? Can we solve this? We will try. First one, I will give you an idea. Sir, benzene is what? Mass percentage. Carbon tetrachloride is a solution, is a solvent or a which solvent? Mass solvent or a liquid solvent? Solid solvent or a liquid solvent? Carbon tetrachloride. Liquid solvent, and this is mass. If 22 grams of benzene is dissolved in 122 grams of carbon tetrachloride. First tell me, what are all the things required to solve this solution? In the problem solve பண்றதுக்கு what is required? Molar mass of benzene is required, which is molar weight or molar mass or weight of benzene. Okay, C6H6 is required, and then so 22 grams is there. So 22 grams divided by that molar mass you will put, and you will get what? Moles of what? Benzene. In moles of benzene you will get. You found the moles of benzene. Now what you will put? Divided by volume or kg. Volume or kg ஆங்க? Volume. Volume என்ன இருக்கு? Carbon tetrachloride. So what you will do with carbon tetrachloride mass? Volume 122 grams of solvent is 122 grams. So this is 22 grams of benzene. Totally solvent solution எவ்வளோ? 144 is the solution. Try பண்ணுங்க. நான் solve பண்றேன். I will solve this, but I want you to try. நீங்க சொன்னதுல ஒண்ணே ஒண்ணு மிஸ்டேக், மிச்சம் எல்லாம் கரெக்ட். ஒண்ணே ஒண்ணு மிஸ்டேக், மிச்சதெல்லாம் ஓகே. இங்க யோசிக்காதீங்க, சால்வ் பண்ணுங்க. First you write the whole problem in your book. Even if it is NCERT, you can see it from the NCERT and solve. Do not see this and solve directly. At least you have NCERT question in front of you, or you can copy this completely, because you should not see this and solve. What will happen is miscalculation will come. What is the target? Mass percentage. Am I right? Mass by mass தான் அது. சரிங்களா? It's going to be mass by mass. Mass by volume இல்லை. இது ஒன்று தான் மிஸ்டேக் நீங்கள் சொன்னது. ஃபஸ்ட்டே போல். ஆனாலும் நான் ஏன்னா சென்டிமெண்ட்டை டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணாமல் கொண்டு போனேன். மாஸ் பர்சன்டேஜ்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இன்னொன்று செகண்ட் மிஸ்டேக் என்னம்மா? இன்னொன்று செகண்ட் மிஸ்டேக் என்ன? மோல்ஸ்லாம் கேல்குலேட் பண்ணணுமா? அதில் என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க? மாஸ் பர்சன்டேஜ். அதில் எதுக்கு மோல்ஸு? மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷனில் தான் மோல் தேவை. மொலாலிட்டியில் தான் மோல் தேவை. மாஸ் பர்சன்டேஜில், வால்யூம் பர்சன்டேஜில், மாஸ் பை வால்யூமில் எதுக்கு மோல்? செகண்ட் மிஸ்டேக். உங்களை ஒரு ஃப்ளோவில் எப்போவுமே மழை பெஞ்ச அப்புறம் ஆற்றுல ஃபஸ்ட்டு சேத்தோட தண்ணி வரும். அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை வர விட்டாதான் அப்புறம் என்ன ஆகும்? நல்ல தண்ணி வரும். இப்போ நீங்கள் கொட்டிட்டீங்க, உங்கள் மனசில் இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் கொட்டிட்டீங்க. இப்போ மைண்டு கிளியர் ஆயிடுச்சு. தட் இஸ் த ரீசன் ஐ டோல்ட் யூ டு. நானும் அந்த ஃப்ளோவில் அப்படியே காப்பி பண்ணேன். 2 mistakes you did. What are those popular mistakes? You did not study the question properly. Mass percentage க்கு மோல் தேவையில்லை. மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் மேலே உட்காந்து அந்த வந்தே பாரத் எக்ஸ்பிரஸில் எங்கே வரைக்கும் போயிட்டீங்க? மதுரை வரைக்கும் போயிட்டீங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் தெரிஞ்சுது நான் வந்தது மதுரைக்கு. தேவையில்லை. மாஸ் பர்சன்டேஜ்னா என்ன தேவை? வெறும் mass of the solute divided by mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. அப்போ என்ன ஆகும்? 22 divided by 122 plus 22. 22 divided by 144, which is nothing but எவ்வளோ வருது? 22 by 144 7 ఎంత? 22 by 78 22 by 144 15.28%, and this will be 122. ஏன் இது 122? சால்வெண்ட்டோட மாஸ் பர்சன்டேஜ் 84. இல்லைன்னா இது 1 மைனஸ் இது போட்டிங்கன்னா 100 மைனஸ் இது போட்டிங்கன்னா இது வந்துடும். இவ்வளோ தான் ப்ராப்ளம். 2 மார்க் இது. திடீர்னு அந்த மோலில் ஏறிட்டீங்க பாருங்க, கேரி ஆன் ஆயிட்டீங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் இன்னொரு மிஸ்டேக் என்ன சொன்னீங்க? கார்பன் டெட்ராக்ளோரைட் சொல்யூஷன் நினச்சிட்டீங்க. நான் சொன்னோன்னே அது சொல்யூஷன் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஆயிட்டீங்க. அவன் மாசுன்னு கொடுத்துருக்கான், 122 கிராம்ஸ்ன்னு கொடுக்குறான். அதை லிட்டரோ மில்லி லிட்டரோ தரல, 122 கிராம்ஸ்ன்னு கொடுத்துட்டான். அப்போ அது மாஸ் தானே. கொஸ்டினை பார்க்கணும். ஆனால் ஐ எம் டெல்லிங் யூ, திஸ் இஸ் த லாஸ்ட் டைம் யூ did this mistake. You will never do this mistake again because you realized it today. I will have moles only in mole fraction, in ppm also, also in molarity and molality. I will not have it in mass percentage and volume percentage. Understood? Durgadarshini, I confused you? Copied? Solution copied? Second. And now you do your drama. Now you come to my drama. Now the mole will come. You already solved this kind of problem with volume, ethylene glycol, but you are doing it by mass. That's it. That's the only difference. அது வால்யூம்ல மோல் ஃபிராக்ஷனா இருந்தா என்ன, அது கிராம்ல இருந்தா என்ன, உங்களுக்கு ஃபிராக்ஷன் தானே இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஃபிராக்ஷன் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். Whether it is in grams or liters or milliliters, how does it matter to us? We are going to take only the fraction component of that particular solute. Are you able to understand? So, if they give it by mass or by volume, how does it matter? அந்த அதோட ஃபிராக்ஷன் மட்டும் தனியாக எடுத்து காட்ட போகிறோம். NA by NA plus NB, அங்கே NB by NA plus NB, XA XB, ஓவர். நம்பர் ஆஃப் மோல்ஸா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ண அப்புறம் அவன் எவனா இருந்தா நம்மளுக்கு என்ன? யூனிஃபார்ம் யூனிட்டுக்கு வந்துட்டு போகுது. அப்ப கிராமா இருந்தா என்ன, வால்யூமா இருந்தா என்ன? This is where the JEE students and NEET students are going to get complicated. லைஃப் காம்ப்ளிகேட் ஆயிரும் அவங்களுக்கு. ஏன்னா ரொம்ப இன்டர்சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாங்க நிறைய. புரியுதுங்களா உங்களுக்கு? சால்வ் திஸ். ரிமெம்பர், யூ ஆர் சால்விங் திஸ், ஐ எம் நாட் சால்விங். தட் இஸ் த greatness. You should solve, because me solving this, what is the greatness in it? ஆதித்யா சார், நேற்று நல்லா தியரிலாம் நல்லா சொன்னீங்க சார், இன்னைக்கு என்ன சார் இப்படி சொல்யூஷன்ஸா போட்டு சாவடிக்கிறீங்களே சார், என்னமா பண்றது? இதுதான் சப்ஜெக்ட். நேற்று இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன், நேற்று எடுக்கிற மாதிரி இன்னைக்கு எடுத்தா கண்டிப்பா சார் மொக்கன்றவங்க, வேஸ்ட்ன்றவங்க. எனக்கே தெரியும், நானே உட்கார மாட்டேன் அந்த கிளாஸ்ல. இன்னைக்கு ரியல் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் போட்டு சார் ஸ்லோவா போன்னு சொன்னீங்களே சார். ஆமா, சத்தியமா சொல்றேன், இதுக்கு மேல ஸ்லோவா போனா படுத்தே விடுவோம். ஸோ மோலார் வெயிட் ஆஃப் கார்பன் டெட்ராக்ளோரைட் தெரியுமா? CCl4 C6H6 is 78 gram, CCl4 154. To help you, I want you to make thorough of all the popular atomic masses. I will test you in the test I am going to conduct after finishing solutions. All the popular atomic masses of the elements has to be by heart. Understood? Confusion? No confusion? At least 40 will be there. Top 20 you know. Other than 20, some popular you should know. Something like chlorine and etc. So, we will solve this. What did I do? 30% mass. 30% by mass. Which one? Benzene. Am I right? So, C6H6 in CCl4. CCl4 is solvent, C6H6 is solute. Total combined is solution. So, I assumed 100 gram solution. So, 70 grams will be CCl4. 30 grams will be எல்லாரும் அந்த அசம்ஷன்ல அடி வாங்குவீங்க. அசம்ஷன் எடுக்கணும். You should take assumption. So 30% நாலயே அது 70% எடுத்துடணும். So number of moles of N6H6 is 0.385. Which one? Benzene. And number of moles of carbon tetrachloride will be 0.45. So what is the formula? Na by Na plus Nb. What is Na? Benzene. What is Nb? Carbon tetrachloride. What is the question? Mole fraction of benzene. Benzene. So this will be like Xa. Am I right? Benzene. And if you calculate this, what it is? 70.385 divided by 0.385 plus 0.455. Am I right? And finally, how much you will get? 0.458. Obviously, 1 minus 0.458, what you will get? What is this? Mole fraction of carbon tetrachloride. Because this is unity na Xa plus Xb. So 1 மட்டும் கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு ரெண்டாவது உட்கார்ந்து கண்டுபிடிக்க கூடாது. யூனிட்ல இருந்து மைனஸ் பண்ணிட்டா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா கார்பன் டெட்ராக்ளோரைடோட உங்களுக்கு இவன் கேட்கல. He did not ask, but I am just trying to give it to you. Anybody did not understand? This is what we learned actually. Since yesterday, this is what the only concept we are learning. Nothing new. Any doubts? So I am solving molarity, which is capital M or small m? Hey, molarity, m. kg or liter? Volume? Volume? Clear. You solve. You will have mole here. Number of moles. Physical, inorganic, organic. Physical, solutions, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics. Inorganic, DN F block elements, I think coordination components. And all those shit compounds which are organic, right from haloalkenes and arenes till your biomolecules, all the 5 chapters will fall under what? Organic. So I want 3 registers to be done. To be clear with you, all the 5 chapters of organic is equal to 3 chapters of physical in terms of weightage. Following solutions. First problem, 30 grams of cobalt nitrate in 6H2O in 4.3 liters of solution. Solution we have liters, clear, right? We will try. Now you will understand only one thing is, sir, I don't know the calculation of molar waves. That is the problem, sir. So I need to understand in the next class, next week it is going to be. Next class you are going to be very thorough in most popular elements carrying atomic mass. Are you able to understand? You are going to be thorough. So cobalt, nitrate and water molecules. How much it is going to be? 291. I helped you. Now you start. doing. I helped you. If you calculate molar weight or molar mass, this problem is a nothing problem. 30 by molar mass divided by 4.3 over. What is there? simple formula substitution. But where is the problem? Problem laid. We did not know what is cobalt, what is nitrate, nitrogen, and nitrogen I can do because it is in 20. It is in top 20. Can you understand? Oxygen I can do. Hydrogen I can do. But where I was having problem? Cobalt. Because cobalt carries atomic mass of 15. This is zero problem actually. Useless problem. But why it has got weightage? You did not know the atomic mass. Molar mass. Anybody is having problem in understanding this? Then we have to start from page 1. 30 ml of 0.5 m, which is molarity or molality? Molarity. 0.5 m sulfuric acid diluted to 500 ml. I will teach you a shortcut. How to solve this without doing any nonsense. You have to do all the roundabout, big calculations. By the time you reach there, bell will ring. Can you understand? We don't try the bigger path. We try not this path, direct this path. Okay, I come here. What did I do? Volume of undiluted sulfuric acid is V1. Understood? 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 Which is V1? Which is volume 1? Which is volume 1? Undiluted sulfuric acid. How much ml? 30 ml. Where it is given? Where it is given? I have it here. This is 0.5 sulfuric acid. And molarity of undiluted is 0.5 m. Understood? Mass 1, m1. Volume of diluted is 500 ml. Where did I have? And molarity of diluted is, I don't know. I don't know. What did I do? I have to do the regular procedure. I have to do the regular procedure and finally conclude to that you will reach no use. Same marks you will get. What you have to do is there is a simple relation between the molarities of two solutions. Molarities of two solutions, volumes of the two solutions, there is a relationship called M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. This is the new shortcut that you learned today. ஒரு simple problemsலாம் போட்டிருப்பீங்க சின்ன வயசுல 10 persons worked for they built a factory in 10 days 20 persons building the same factory in how many days? You did this? What you will do? You will cross multiply and do it. Can you understand? This much amount of volume of undiluted sulfuric acid with so much of molarity will be equal to diluted. So this formula can be written in another way. M1 by M2 is equal to V2 by V1, which is nothing but M1 is directly proportional to V1, M2 is directly proportional to or inversely. Directly or inversely? இது கரெக்டா? இது கரெக்ட். இது கரெக்டா? கரெக்டா? இன்வெர்ஸ்லி டக்குன்னு எழுதுனா அங்க டப்புன்னு சார் அப்படின்னு அடிக்கணும் அங்க. You should stop me. That only you are concentrating. Otherwise you are somewhere else. So this relation will help you in solving 1 markers. This relationship will help you in solving 2 markers. This relationship will help you with the same 2 markers. This proof you can get it from the regular formulas are there na. If you keep solving it, you will get this proof. I don't want to spend time on that because it is nowhere important. And understand, this level is enough. This is a shortcut. How did you derive this formula? From the original formulas. Molarity formula of diluted and undiluted. Any doubt you have? Did you copy the solution? You have the solution copied? I have it. It's a straight question. Calculate the mass of urea required in making 2.5 kg of 0.25 molal volume aqueous solution. Volume kg molality. Molal is small m. Okay. This is molality. Small kg. Be careful. Solve this. Evlo mass of the solvent? Evlo? How much? 60. If you calculate this, how much you will get? Moles of urea is 0.25. Where it is given? 0.25 molal is given. You don't have to calculate. It is given. And mass of the solvent is 60 grams per mole. And 0.25 grams of mole is equal to, what is the thing is, always we find this. We will not have this. What is happening here is 0.25 mole of urea is equal to 0.25 into 60, which is grams per mole. What you will get? 15 grams. Total mass of the solution is 1 kg, right? So 1000 plus 15. This is grams. 1000 grams plus 15, you will get 1.05 1 kg. There is nothing to explain here, but I am trying to do something. Sir, why this problem is created by NCERT? Why they are giving this? In the problem, in the இடத்துல 2.4 ஏன் போட்டாங்க? ஒன்றும் இல்லை. ஒரு வாட்டி நான் மொலால் கொடுத்துருவேன், நீங்கள் என்ன கண்டுபிடிப்பீங்க? மாஸை கண்டுபிடிப்பீங்க. எப்பவுமே நான் மாஸ் கொடுப்பேன், நீங்கள் மொலால் கண்டுபிடிப்பீங்க. இந்த வாட்டி நான் என்ன பண்ணுறேன்? This time I am giving you molal, and what you have to calculate? Mass. புரியல. இது ஒரு ட்விஸ்டாமா? இது ஒரு ட்விஸ்டா? எப்பவுமே mass is given and what you have to find? Molality or molarity, depending upon the volume or mass. Correct? This time what is asked? What is given? Molar. That is the reason there is no need for calculating molar mass or molecular weight. அதெல்லாம் பண்ணவே தேவையில்லை. ஏன்? It is given. Only அந்த unit conversions மட்டும் கரெக்டாக பார்த்துக்கிட்டு you have to do. So, now you have to explain me step by step what it is means. What does it mean? First step enna, second step enna. I will go from Aditya. First step you explain, second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step. We will close this problem. Aditya. Wait. 0.25 molar aqueous solution to urea means that moles of urea equal to 0.25 mole. What does it mean? Moles of urea in the 2.5 kg of aqueous solution is 0.25 moles. 0.25 moles. So 0.25 moles is like number of moles of urea is 0.25. Number of moles of urea is 0.25 in the 2.5 kg of solution. Am I right? Who does not agree with this? Kim. Number of moles of urea is 0.25 in 2.5 kg of that aqueous solution. Who does not agree with this statement? Calculate the mass of urea required in making 2.5 kg. That means 2.5 kg is the result. But you are doing the reverse calculation. The moles are given, They are asking for the mass. It's not in making totally, ma. It is totally must be 2.5 kg, including that mass. How many liters of milk is required to make payasam, which includes javarsi also. Payasam means javarsi plus sugar plus water plus milk. What is asking? How many moles of milk is required in making a 2.5 kg of payasam? Means what? In 2.5 kg of payasam, what is there? 2.5 kilo payasam வேணும் அப்படின்னு ஆர்டர். பாயாசம் நல்லா இல்லை போல, இன்னொன்னு ஏதாவது சொல்றேன். 2.5 கிலோ சக்கரை பொங்கல் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஆர்டர். அதுக்கு எவ்வளவு அரிசி வேணும்னு கேக்குறான். அப்ப அரிசி எதுல இருக்கும்? இப்ப புரியுதா எதுக்கு ஸ்டெப் 1 ஸ்டெப் 2 வந்து நீங்க எல்லாம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்கன்னு நான் வந்து நிறுத்துறேன்னு? எனக்கு தெரியும் எப்படி யோசிப்பீங்க. கிளியர் ஆச்சா? 10 கிலோ பிரியாணி பண்றதுக்கு எவ்வளவு சிக்கன் தேவை? இப்ப நத்தி அடியில இருக்கு, புரியும் பாருங்க. 10 கிலோ பிரியாணி செய்யறதுக்கு எவ்வளோ சிக்கன் தேவை? அப்ப சிக்கன் பிரியாணிக்குள்ள 10 கிலோக்குள்ள இருக்குமா, வெளியே இருக்குமா? உள்ள. எதுக்குள்ள? அண்டாக்குள்ள. எந்த அண்டா? பிரியாணி அண்டா. பசிக்குது சார் இந்த நேரத்துல பிரியாணின்னு சொல்லி, என்ன சார் நீங்க? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட் எனக்கு புரியல. Who is going to tell that? Who is going to tell the first statement? I did not understand. Second statement, mass of solvent means what? It is not solute 100%. It's a part of the total 2.5 kg. It's a part of the total 2.5 kg. Mass of the solvent is, what is this? Urea. How much it is? 60 grams. How did you get that? NH2CO NH2 போட்டா எவ்வளவு வருது? 60 grams. வந்துருச்சா? மோலார் வெயிட் வந்துருச்சா? வந்துருச்சு. இதுதான் mass of the solvent. Over. This calculation clear? This understanding is clear? 2 steps are over. பிரவீன் அது நான் பண்ணிட்டேன். பிரவீனா தப்பிச்சிட்டா. அனுஸ்ரீ மாட்டினாப்போ 0.25 moles of urea I am multiplying with 60 and getting 15 grams. Why? Multiply. There is a reason. Na? Why are you converting into grams? Why are you multiplying mole? How do you write this? How do you write this normally? Mole equal to, how do you write this? Rewrite this in an equation. Weight by molecular weight. Am I right? Am I right? So you have 0.25 here, and what is the weight of the solvent? Of the solvent? Na molecule, particular molecule. How much? We don't know. And what is this? Molecular weight, molar weight? 60. So we don't know this component. 0.25 into 60. இது எதுல இருந்து கொண்டு வந்த? மோல் கால்குலேஷன்ல இருந்து. நான் தான் சொன்னேன், they have given the mole and they are asking for the mass of the solute. Mass of the solute. Usually they will give you the mass of the solute in percentage and they will ask for the calculation of the mole, and then you take that mole into the mole fraction or something. Am I right? But what are we doing now? They have given the mole, they have given the molar weight of the particular component, they did not give, we calculate. And what we have to do is mass of the solute. So mass of the solute is what? X. So இது calculation நான் சொன்னது கரெக்டா புரியுதா அம்மா? டவுட்டா இருக்கா? அந்த அம்மாவுக்கு போக வேண்டியது இந்த கேள்வி உங்களுக்கு வந்து மாட்டிக்கிச்சு. ஏன்னா பிரவீன் அது நான் சால்வ் பண்ணேன். இப்போ சாய் ஸ்வேதா, what is this? Why do you do that? Mass of the solution என்ன? 15 grams I have. What is that mass of the solution? I have mass of the solute is 15 grams. Total is 1000 grams. This is 15 grams. This is solvent. This is solute, totally combined is solution, which is 1015 grams. Any confusion? Any confusion? No confusion. Recording போது. Today I recorded this intentionally to share this video with you people. இப்போ நடந்தது திரும்பி என்ன ஆக போகுது பார்க்கணும்னா டக்குன்னு என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க அந்த இடத்துக்கு வந்து you can see it in your mobile also. Are you able to understand? I made sure that you don't have to hear the whole class, but you can see only the components where you are confused. This you understood. So again I am coming. I understood this. I understood this. I have understood this. I have understood this. What is this? 1015 grams of urea solution contains 15 grams of urea. Mass of the solute. கரெக்டா? So அதான் என்ன சொன்னது ஒன்று சொன்ன 10 பேர் ஒரு பில்டிங்கு 10 நாள் கட்டினாங்கன்னா 20 பேர் அதே பில்டிங்க எவ்வளவு நல்லா கட்டுவாங்க 1050 grams of solution contains 15 grams of urea. 2.5 kg how contains urea? How much? Cross multiply. 2 கிலோ பிரியாணிக்கு 1/2 கிலோ சிக்கன் தேவை 4 கிலோ பிரியாணிக்கு எவ்வளோ சிக்கன் தேவை 1 kg சிக்கன் தேவை எப்படி சொன்னீங்க கிராஸ் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணீங்க this what did you do 2.5 kg into 15 divided by 2.5 kg into 1015 what you will get 37 grams. What is this grams? 15 grams of urea is for 15 grams of urea solution. But 2.5 kg solution requires same thing. 2 kg of chakar pongal requires 100 grams of rice. Summa. 4 kg of chakar pongal requires how many grams of rice? 200 grams of rice. I started with the same example. I ended up with the same example. பாயாசத்தை வச்சு ஆரம்பித்தோமாமா இப்போ சிக்கன் பிரியாணியில் வந்து நிற்கிதா முடியுதா சக்கரை பொங்கலும் வந்துச்சா நடுவில் வந்துச்சா தயவுசெய்து இதெல்லாம் மறந்துடாதீங்க ஏன்னா இதெல்லாம் கூட சக்கரை பொங்கலில் உங்கள் அம்மாலாம் சக்கரை கரெக்டாக அளவு எடுத்து தான் போடுவாங்க பார்த்தீங்களா மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் கரெக்டாக தம்பி அது என்னது மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் தானே பார்ட்ஸாக போடுவாங்க எல்லாம் போட்டால் ஒரு யூனிட் என்னது சக்கரை பொங்கல் அதில் பாதி சக்கரை தாமா இருக்கு இதில் ஃபுல்லாக இனிப்பு அப்படின்னா டக்குன்னு என்ன சொல்லிட்டீங்க ஹாஃப் மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் சொல்லிட்டீங்க 1/2 இஸ் சுகர் புரியலனாலும் என்ன இருக்கு இன்சூரன்ஸ் எதில் இருக்கு வீடியோவில் இருக்கு ஒரே ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் 15 ஆயிடுச்சு இது நாளைக்கு molarity and mole fraction you simple calculation you calculate it and I will ask you questions in that problem you have it in NCERT 5th question you solve and come and see you thank you Amma I am being slow intentionally are you able to cope it up you don't have to worry about these concepts right it is sticking in your mind right